Watch this.
Next, football talk is a big hit. Sunday nights to Wednesday nights, we striking a match cause we lit. Y'all know the name, we call it the Dub. On Friday nights, it feel like a club. Getting that VIP treatment on the sideline, they showing us love. Great interviews, go hugs, putting in work, go good. Texas youth and high school talking to page on Facebook, hold up. Coach trying to stand on the scene, giving advice, he do what he mean. Jay Mack and Swaggy Wick, rocking the gear, it's so clean.
Big rise and go easy, off the easy, push easy. When my steppers are special kids, making flipping so easy. Trying to win, we so greedy. All our fans are so needy, cause they need to hear them talk about that club. We do it for the dub.
We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That DF dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That DF dub.
Welcome to the Dub, number one high school podcast starring Pat Oteezy, Jeremy McInnes, Whitfield Roderick, Coach Carr, and Ryan Riser.
Well, all right. What's happening? What's going on? Welcome to the number one talk show. Speak out.
The Dub, baby. You heard it first. The Dub.
My God, Dub, baby. You heard it first. The Dub. Speaking of which, man, yeah, let me lead off with this, fellas.
We don't even think about it. But they wish you well and they say what?
Good luck.
They say good luck. We create our own luck. When preparation meets opportunity, this is what happens. You were prepared for the moment. You stepped up to the moment. And you avenged Will Blow from last year. You avenged Will Blow from last year. They jumped on us in the park. This time we came back with a bigger stick. You understand what I'm saying? Now, we gonna save it. We gonna save it because you deserve the feast. We're gonna save it. Every single. We're gonna save it. And then we're gonna go to work on Monday because you showed up and you showed out. So give yourself a hand. Now, whoever out of Midland or Allen that unfortunately wins their game. They gotta come see us. And I'm telling you right now, I don't care if we play at home, we go to Allen, we go to Midland Legacy, we go to San Antonio, we go to Timbuktu, or we can line that up in the parking lot. And y'all know how we did that. Collision course. Collision course. But at the end of the day, 24 hour long, enjoy it, and then we go. And then we go. And then we go. Great win. I'm proud of you. Bring that trophy over here.
Shit, it's Pastor Gate, goddamn.
Gates up in the house, boy. Hey, man, Coach, I'm gonna play his interview here in a little bit. He had a hell of a game, man. I thought he did.
Oh, yeah.
No. Of course, we got a special guest, Coach Cole, Skyline High School.
What up, Coach? What up, Noob?
What it do? What's good?
My boy.
Of course, that's D-Rise Pratt.
Hey, B. Rise knew what to choose. He chose the right thing like me.
Oh, yeah.
Already. We got Lamar, you know, he doing what DeSoto do. They whatever said, blame J-Mac.
Speak the name, blame J-Mac, whatever I say tonight. Don't call
Yeah,
me,
no.
come J-Mac.
No, say no. Say it's J-Mac, then you. Then Jesse, then me.
So you really fly under the radar, B-Ride. They really don't come for you that much. But me and J-Mac, we can't. We can give our opinions on the game, and hey, he can go left quick.
Shit, well, we're gonna talk about that too, about what happened earlier. We're gonna touch a little bit of everything tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna have it, and we're probably gonna have one of Goon City Goon coming in later on. Kevin Keith, he want to come in and talk a little
Oh
noise.
yeah, that's my boy. He needs admin to. He needs invite him to his Facebook channel.
Yeah,
They need.
yeah. We're gonna get him on, man. We're gonna get old Kevin. Kevin be big Kevin out here. Yeah, he be big Kevin out here. We're gonna get him on, man. Coach, what did you share it in the group, Lamar?
Yeah, somebody put it in there.
Yeah,
You did.
Yeah,
I'm trying to tell everybody right now. The other phone tripping.
That's a throwdown phone.
Mar got 2 phones.
Yeah, that's a throwdown phone.
Hey, I can't say too much, man. You never know who watching.
Anyway, no. We gonna keep it sports related. We gonna keep it sports.
Yeah, we gonna keep it sports. It's been a bit of a weekend, man.
Man.
Yeah, man. Matter of fact, we're gonna start off with that, man. We got Coach Coleman on here, man. Coach Coleman, man, how you feel about the playoffs so far?
Man, I mean, when you look at, if we talking about which level we talking about, 6A D1 first?
Just all of them, 6A, 5A.
I mean, the southern sector right now, I feel like they running through everybody, really. Cedar Hill, when you looked at the bracket, that's where I thought they would be. I thought it'd be the Belline rematch. SOC, they answer the bell every week. 15 games, 1 in a row. People ain't talking about it enough. That's hard to do. 15 playoff games in a row. DeSoto, Duncanville. I think DeSoto, they finally played, somebody they thought was some comp a little bit for him with their quarterback, Lagway, since he going to Florida. And they showed up, They showed up. I mean, he put a 60 burger on. But, if you look at, and me, I was looking at the 6AD1 matchups. And, I mean, if you asked me before the season, hey, who the final 8 will be in this 6AD1, I'd probably pick, you beat them 8 teams that's in it, you probably would say that's in it from each region. Lake Travis, Westlake, Duncanville, Tallahassee, North Shore, North Crowley, Allen. That's what you would say would be in it in the final 8 if you had to take a guess before the season even started. So it's pretty much, what I thought.
Quick question for you, Coach. Before we move forward. You was in that district with North Shore, with Summer Creek and all that.
King in there. Yeah.
Yes, I mean you was in the same district. So which district do you think is the tougher district?
I mean, they both tough. They both the SEC, but they both the SEC. I think Sea King and Summer Creek. Like Summer Creek to me, I think they're gonna beat Hightower this week and go to the semifinal. And I don't know who they're gonna play after that. But I mean, they both tough. The Dallas, I would say the 11-6A district, the defensive line. To me, everybody in the South got a D line. And that's the big thing, with them. In Houston, the Tallahassee, the North Shore, they're gonna score points. They known for scoring 50, 60 points. Summer Creek tough. They got a real good running back. I think he's going to Tulsa, but he's a real good back. Sea King, they got a good group of kids, But I mean, they both two tough districts. Like they not easy. Nobody.
Right.
Hey, let me put it like this: if you ask nobody want to be in them. You know what I mean? Any other team that's not in them, they ain't gonna ask for an invitation to join them either. So Region 3, Region 2, nobody want to be in them districts. So yeah, they don't want that type of smoke on a week-to-week basis.
Yes, sir. It's more like 1A, 1B, something like Baker, right?
Yeah, I mean, they two toughest in the state. And
right,
I mean, they tough in not only football, they tough in basketball, and other sports too. So they tough.
Yes,
both
sir.
of them.
So if you had to pick right now, just piggybacking off of that, because we're gonna get into it, but since you kind of brought up Houston, which Houston team, as you saw, we had Willis that played DeSoto. What did you think? Did that game kind of play out the way you thought it was gonna play out?
Willis and DeSoto.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I had seen a little bit of Willis, and I know somebody here, DC out there in Houston. They coached against him, and so he kind of told me a little bit about him. They played him in the playoffs too, and I knew up front for a whole game, it ain't no way they was gonna be able to stay with him. You know, like it was a good matchup. I think it was 17-17 early, but the duration of the game, I think DeSoto had 80 yards rushing in the first quarter. If you see a team got 80 yards rushing in the first quarter, we talking about easy. We can say 400 day. You know what I mean? And if you run normally for 350, 400 yards, you're gonna win the game. Just go look at what's it called? Go look at Cedar Hill box stats every week. They running for 350, 400 yards a week in the playoffs. You're gonna win. Your defense gonna stay fresh. You controlling the ball, and you're gonna win. Sock the same way, piling the route. Defense fresh, running the ball, eating position, controlling the game.
I'm gonna be honest, man. A lot was made about the quarterback, Lagway, DJ Lagway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I see my man Eastside in here talking about the real DJ One, but I'm just gonna be honest. Hell, DJ Lagway was the best player on the field. Period. That whole game.
Oh, he cold.
If we just keep it a trio, if you want to take out the bias, take out the fanfare, the D-Ride, call it, and you just look at that talent, Lagway was the best. He's the best player on the field, and it really wasn't even close.
Oh yeah, it was obvious there, man. Big kid stud, man.
I seen one video where like the pocket collapsed on him, and like he flicked it off his wrist so effortlessly, like 50 yards down the field or somebody.
I seen that. Yeah, I seen that.
You just don't see too many quarterbacks in high school doing that. Like, go find me that guy. You know what I mean? You just don't see that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people get caught up being a fan and not really evaluate the talent.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
And that's not dissing. I know I just don't like to act. That's not dissing nobody. But we gotta keep it real at the same time. The kid
right.
The kid going to Florida, he's a UA All-American. He's all that for a reason. Like that ain't just like
yeah, he's a 5-star All-American, so
he's the truth.
Yeah, he's the truth, man.
I mean, hey, let's put it like this. If you're the number 7 team in the nation, and this guy hit you for 450 total yards.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Enough said, right? I mean, enough said. Let's just keep it honest. And he ain't had no run game because I can pull up the stats. He's the leading rusher.
Yeah, Coach Napier. I bet you Coach Napier wish he was there today. He can't wait till he get there in Florida. He might be starting next year.
Shit, right.
They need him because they need him.
Oh yeah. But I mean, I just thought I was impressed.
Yeah. Nah, he cold.
It's a one-man show or one-man band, and I think that's always gonna be the difference. When you got guys at every position, it's hard. It's hard. It's like, hey, Michael Jordan scored 6-3 and they still lost.
Right.
Lamar, Lamar was at the game. Lamar, what you thought about it?
I mean, it pretty much played out how I thought it would. Earlier in the week, I said Lagway may be the best player on the field, but the next 10 to 12 kids would probably be from DeSoto, and that's exactly what it was. Like you say, he couldn't do it all. He's not playing defense, and I watched a little bit of Willis, and I've been saying all week they suspect in the trenches.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? I think Albert DJ only threw the ball like 16 times. Like I think we ended up running for like 453, something like that.
You don't got to throw the ball. You don't got to throw the ball, run like that.
Throw for what?
Yeah, exactly.
throw for what? Because the crowd saying why y'all not passing.
Exactly.
Yep. Run the ball. Like,
we literally 7-8 top. Even in the second half, they took the safety off, dropped him down in the box, and it didn't change that. Another player, Willis Bishop, that kid there is special also.
Now that Bishop kid, nice. I know
him. Yeah, he good.
Mm-hmm.
He was 19 years old. We played him in Little League football. that kid is special. Like you say, they just didn't have enough, mainly in the trenches. Like I say, we were able to dominate. Got some hits on Lagway. If you watch the second half, to throw up a little bit. You know, if you want to consider what he did throwing up, he just getting hit. Want to give him line was, and another thing I noticed is 6A ball. It is hard for multiple players to go both ways for you to compete. Like eventually, especially a team that has a line, eventually you're gonna wear out, and I feel that's what happened. Like I said, they came out a lot of energy, emotions the first quarter and a half. It was 17-17 by midway through second quarter. I think that's when that depth and that pounding started to wear out, started to take its effect. Next thing you know, it's 31-17 going into halftime and never look back.
But I mean, I bet you can look at pregame and see that DeSoto got way more than Willis got on the field.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
So I don't know why nobody would think it's a surprise that they, beat Willis like they beat them.
But like Alice knew what was coming, but Houston ride with Houston. I really think that's really all it was.
Yeah.
Everybody up here knew what was gonna happen, but Houston want to ride with them. Houston, they got a 5-star. They got a 5-star. I kept saying all week long, y'all mentioning one kid. We got 15, maybe, or some more kids that gonna play Division I and football. So you don't need more than just Lagway. Because Bishop he's special also.
Right. But no, they do what they're supposed to do. They supposed to ride, for they city.
Yeah.
Hey, we got Coach Nostradamus, aka Willow, aka
Coach Carl.
Oh, Coach happy as hell. Michigan won last night. Yesterday. Oh, Coach happy as hell right now.
Hey, he not happier than me, I promise. And J Mac know why.
Oh no, he happy. Michigan won. You can't tell him nothing.
Hey, listen. We won. All right. We beat the team down south, baby. You know what I mean?
But they don't ride their head right now too.
Hey man, listen. I don't know about all that. I'm just happy for these kids. I'm happy for this program.
Yeah.
Yo, man, we the winning this program in all college football for a reason. You know what I mean? So,
I got you.
It's the reason why we the number one public school in the country.
Yeah, my old school got to play out next weekend, and I ain't too excited about it.
Who, our?
Yeah, we're gonna just keep punting the ball because we damn sure can't score.
Do what you got to do, man.
We damn sure can't score.
Do what you got to do. If that's what your skill set say, man, ride with skill set, baby.
I don't use that to buy you classes, man, but knowing you, because you've been my dog since we was old enough to play throw up tackle at A.L. Turner, I know you kept up with what was going on in the hood.
I absolutely did. Absolutely.
You did, man. So before we get off this, man, just tell me what you think of the DeSoto Willis game before we move on.
Oh man, listen, DeSoto can outscore anybody in the free world. You know what I mean? If they outside these outside these walls, they can outscore them. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't matter. You know what I mean? And I think they can do it in so many different ways. And not only that, when you start throwing in them athletes on the outside with a mean offensive line and a mean defensive line, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? DeSoto playing some of their best football, man, for sure. They look good. And I think, when you talk about Lagway, that dude's special.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just the name alone, he about to go do something special. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Coach Jacoby, so what we would do in the recruiting room, we had to scour through huddles of different schools to find out who the ballers were if we weren't familiar with the school.
Right.
So we played the name game, right? You know what I'm saying? If he had a name, like, oh, I bet you a baller. And 9 times out of 10, they be a baller. So when you know what I'm saying? So when you
Yeah.
if you think about all the ballers' names,
With a
they got
lag way, got names.
yeah, they got names. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's true, but he's special, man, and he reminds me of that type of quarterback Richardson that just left Florida.
Anthony Richardson. Yep.
Yeah.
The coach QB starter.
My
Right.
coach, baby.
Yeah, you know, so I'm excited to see him play, man. I want to see him play
Me
on the
too.
next level.
Next level.
Me too.
Yeah, there you go.
So we're gonna move on to the next one, man. Everybody got their DeSoto Willis opinion. I just want to know, anybody got something else? Let me know now. I think we all know, but we're gonna talk about who they playing next in a little bit, Coach. They got hey man, I'm calling this week "Get Your Lick Back" week.
Ooh, we got 3 rematches.
Get your lick back.
3 different rematches, man.
3 matches going on this week, man.
3 of them.
This week is "Get Your Lick Back" week, man. And hey man, starting with that, let me play this, man, because "Get Your Lick Back" is big.
He always gonna be mad. Let's go. Let's go.
I ain't gonna lie, man. That's how I would look if I've been locked up for about 10, 12 years.
Coach, my boy Coach Paul was trying to hold it in right there.
Man, he
about to break down. He's about to break down.
He was, man. He done been through so much, man. This year, man, it's ridiculous, man.
You can see it on
I'm happy for him.
That's why I played that video, because you can see the whole season on his face, all the way up to that point of beating Longview. Like, to me, it was obvious. What you think, Coach Coach?
Oh, it was obvious, for sure. I mean, I've been talking, me and Paul, we talk every week. So, he a man of faith, and you could just tell he was about to break down, and you could see the season on him right there. And I was glad I got in from out of town, and I got there at halftime. So I got there to really see the second half where they came all the way back and shut them out. But yeah, you can tell, a lot of people don't know, as coaches. When he was sitting, what they was, 2-4.
2-4.
Team, and you got a team with a lot of talent. And everybody on your head. Yeah, you going through it. You going through it. Make you humble yourself and look in the mirror and, dissect everything you need to do and keep your team together to keep on playing. And, that's probably what made him better coach than anything, that he was able to keep them together and, get to this point. Like, should they be Longview? No matter whoever was on the field that night. They got injuries too. Everybody got injuries, at this time of the year.
Yep.
So they won the game. Who won? Tell me who won. Don't show me the pain. Show me the baby.
Hey, that's my motto. Hey, man. Hey, Milton said it better. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
We don't care about all that, man.
At all.
It's all about at the end of them 4 quarters or plus, who's leaving,
who moving on,
and who's trying out for basketball, as they say. You know what I'm saying? So
for real.
They won, man, and I had to do an emergency show because I had to keep that same energy, right? I wanted when Langston lost to McKinney North, I felt need to do an emergency show because at that time I thought that was a major upset, right? I thought that was like I thought that was a big deal.
Right.
And this week, when they beat Longview, I felt the same way. I felt it was a big deal. You know what I'm saying? I felt I had to do something. So we did an emergency show. We had to give Coach Paul all his credit, all his props, man. He kept that thing together, man. And like I said, the look on his face, man, Apostle Paul, I'm telling y'all better watch out, man. That man been praying to the football guys, man, and hey, he dangerous. He dangerous.
Right.
That's all
He
I'm
made a
saying.
lot of people eat. Yeah, man. He made a lot of people eat crow right now.
Hey, like a bug. What you got, Coach Carl?
Yeah, man, but he had to repent though, J Mac. You know what I'm saying? Like let's not forget. My man had to repent, and the football guys are paying him very handsomely. You know what I'm saying? This is a life lesson right here. You know, asking for forgiveness. You know, there's order and ways you do things. You know what I'm saying? So, but no, seriously though, I think for Coach, man, I'm happy for him. I'm happy for the kids, that community. You know, they're where they're supposed to be. And, you know, with a big win over Longview, you know, we knew it going into it that, you know, we talked about it, been the dangerous 4th seed, but we also said those first 2 games, they were confidence games. You know what I'm saying? That team has confidence now. And we talked about it on the last show. And now when you got a team like that with that type of confidence going into their rival game, you know what I mean? A team they haven't beaten 5 years, right? So that and the playoffs, they get to go to the 4th round. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so when she say be grateful for your journey, right? I always tell people it's never about the end result, right? The end result is just whatever that is. That can keep moving. But what you gather along the way turns you into the man or the spirit or the person that you're meant to be. You know what I mean? And so through life, you kind of got to embrace the journey. The journey is everything because you're constantly learning and picking up things, and you're constantly making mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And it's the evolution of life. Is growth. And man, just happy for them dudes right there, man. That's amazing, man. And to see them go from where they are now, that's why they call me Coach Nostradamus.
Oh, you saw it happen. Hey,
bro, I called it out. I called it out. I called it out, baby.
You called it, Coach. You did call it, Coach.
I called it. What are you talking about? And I'm gonna tell you how good I called it. I called it spring practice, and I called it the first game of the scrimmage with Sock and Cedar Hill.
You did do that. Hey, you made a post, so it's on wax. You made a post.
Absolutely.
Okay. So yeah, you did.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we got receipts.
I need to know, Lamar, what do you think, man? I mean, you're the big critic of Coach Paul.
Yeah, man. I want to give him all the credit in the world now, because how it all started, they could have easily, how the season started, they could have easily laid down, folded, and let it be what it be. But salute to Coach Paul, man. He was able to keep them boys together, rally them up, and here they are going to the 4th round with a real good shot of meeting Alito in the semifinals, man. Hell of a coaching job. I didn't get to watch the game, but I was getting an update. Then when I heard they were down, 10 at half?
14.
Yeah. And that just speaks to, the resilience that he's putting in that program into them kids this year. Never give up, never lay down, keep fighting. You never know. As long as you keep fighting, the outcome is gonna be what it's gonna be, like Coach Carr said. And they believing in Apostle Paul, and hey, they hot right now. They hot.
Yeah, let's be real, man. About 6 weeks ago, man, we didn't even think they were gonna make the playoffs. It was people saying, man, they might miss the playoffs.
Well, B-Ride, B-Rise, when I seen them, I went and seen them in person. I think it was homecoming out there too when they played Mansfield. And if you could just see, like I knew from a confidence perspective and how they was moving around emotionally that they was gonna be, a problem. Even when we had to play. Just from a confidence standpoint and from their defensive and offensive line. Like you could see that they season, whatever they thought, they knew their season wasn't close to being over. And they knew they still had a lot to play for. And I mean, at that time, I think they was probably 1-4, 1-5 around there. At that time, you could just see it. You can see a team that really believed.
Right. You right, Coach.
What J Mac did, he turned off the camera to get that John.
Yeah,
refeed. He gotta get that refeed.
He was. But I know one thing, they got a tough game. They play Forney this week. That's another rematch game. They let get away.
Is that the game? That's the game you went to. You went to that Forney game against Richmond?
I went to the Forney game. I just watched on TV. They lost them about 1 point in overtime.
Man, what does that say about that district though? You know what I'm saying?
That district is tough.
Yeah.
You see how Forney did Richmond? Man, they got that was a total massacre right there.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that.
Shit, man, they game was so lopsided.
Out the way, but we're gonna talk about Forney and Richmond next, man.
Golly, that was a straight beat down. Yeah.
Nah, for real, man. But we proud of Coach Paul, man. We proud of him. Coach Paul, keep it up, man. I ain't gonna lie though. I was a little bit disappointed to see him exhale. I did not want him to exhale. I did not want to see him exhale. I wanted to see him hold it in, goddamn it. Hold that and all the way to the nose. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, I didn't want to see him exhale, man. I wanted to see him hold that, man, because I feel like once you exhale, sometimes you kind of pause. You gotta take a break. And when you talk to him, Coach Coleman, tell him don't take no break, man. He gotta keep his foot on the gas.
You gotta push it down harder now.
Yeah.
Push it down harder for sure.
And I ain't gonna do that. I mean, before we get out of here, man, I gotta tell the truth, man. I feel like he had Coach King.
I think so too.
Man, Longview ran the ball twice in the second half. I mean, passed the ball twice in the second half. And I mean, it was a game, like when I got there, it was halftime. I think both teams each had 2 possessions each before that fumble for the field goal at the end. But I just thought Lancaster did a good job executing as far as like offensively. They kept it simple. They basically went trips, RPO if they gave them the hits to Eric in the slot, they took the give route. If not, they ran the ball. And then when they had to throw it, they had I think the kid named Cam Robinson, number 1. When they had to throw the ball, he was big, especially on 4th down. They killed him. Quarterback threw some good balls. Number 6, they was running sprint out smash. Corner kept playing the flat. He throwing in the hole. Besides on the last one they ran. And then they had a big 4th down. They ran a clear out with the post dig. And they hit the dig route twice on 4th down to keep the drive alive. And so, I mean, they made some big plays, and the quarterback made some good throws when he needed to.
Right.
I like the way you met Steph. That Steph just said this, and this goes to what you was talking about, Coach.
Don't trust.
Yeah, trust a quarterback since his son graduated.
He definitely was just holding off, trying to wait and hope that clock hit 0. Because even I thought just watching the game, like, boot early, not boot late, what Longview like to do. If you're going to run them boots, boot on 2nd and 2, not 3rd and 8. You know what I'm saying? So, everybody.
Let me ask you this, though, Coach. They got their backup quarterback in there. They're not playing with their best running back. Do you feel like that they was playing that game not to lose it?
In the At the time when I was there, yeah. They was definitely playing not to lose. Like, I'm not gonna let him lose me the game. That quarterback, right. I'm not gonna let him lose. That's how they was playing.
Yeah, and you could tell me that's the only reason why you run the ball so many times, because it seemed that they would just keep their foot on their neck and just keep pushing through. Now, but what I did like though is Lancaster's secondary came to play. You know what I'm saying? Like they was they was getting turnovers and scoring off their turnovers. You know what I'm saying? So they weren't giving a whole lot of points where they should have scored. They're getting their points.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think at the end of the day, yeah, like you said, man, one team was playing with nothing to lose and the other team was playing to lose. Not to lose.
And even in that second half, like Lancaster kicker, I think he was supposed, because they had already ran one back in the first half. So he was basically trying to like squib it. He wound up kicking it right at the guy up front. And Longview had good field position early. But they just didn't do nothing with it. Because really, they really couldn't move the ball in the second half. I think that little running back, but that running back nice though. That backup running back nice too. I know he ain't the first, but he nice.
Yeah, coach. But
that's Boosie because he looked like Boosie, or what's the nickname?
Shit, he can play.
Hey, yeah, he nice, but
he ain't no 5-star, nah.
Yeah, so
his levels. His levels.
His level to it.
His levels.
Okay, what is
that? Right.
Nah, his levels.
Yeah, you ain't no Tatum.
Hey, man, shout out to Jesse Wise, man. Y'all keep talking about look, man, Jesse Wise is my little brother. I'm telling y'all that. That's my little brother. But one thing he ain't gonna ever do, he ain't gonna never duck no responsibility, and he ain't gonna duck no smoke. And unlike a lot of you other hoes out there,
and John,
duck no accountability. I'm telling you right, I didn't bring him up like that. That's my little brother. I brought him up like that. I didn't bring him up to be ducking accountability.
He better not.
Go ahead, Jesse Wise, man.
Well, Jesse.
Sorry, Lobo.
Hey, man, why you gotta talk about Lobo? Sorry. Come on now.
What up, Jesse?
What's going on, man? Y'all good?
Oh,
yeah, we straight.
Hey, Jesse, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm straight, bro. Just got the shower. I'm good.
Jesse, what you thought about that second half?
He got too conservative.
Just waiting on the clock to hit 0.
Yeah, he felt that he was up 2 touchdowns. He felt that was enough. He been beating them the last 4 or 5 years. And he just felt like that with him being up 2 touchdowns, the defense is playing good. He felt like he was going to win it out. Actually, I wasn't comfortable with it. I thought they should have won up one more score. People was calling me at halftime. Now, like, I'm not comfortable with it. I said, I need to go beat one more score, and I feel a lot more better. Because you got to respect Lancaster's talent and their speed and their athletic ability. So, and they weren't trying to go out like that. So they built some confidence up and things like that. So, not having Taylor, to really get you them tough yards like that.
Yeah.
I'm too comfortable yet. Shout out to Boosie, he'll be back next year. 23 will be back next year. But you talk about the guy that's 5'9", 5'10", 180. Taylor 6'1", 215.
Bruce.
So 3rd and 3s, they was getting in. Taylor gonna finish the runs for you. He gonna get you them 4 or 5 tough yards if he don't break one. With Boosie 80 yards, man, you edge man between the tackles. Yeah, once them guys down to 8-9 in the box. So, first guy hit him, they knocked him on back. He ain't pushing that power like Taylor would. So at the end of the day, I blame King for it. As big as a fan I am of his, I feel he should have passed the ball a little bit more to back them safeties up. He was working in the first half with no point of you not doing it in the second half. So I felt he got too conservative, too fast, and he came back a bit.
Right.
Hey, Jesse, I know you watch Longview a lot. Can you just tell me about how they rotate them defensive line, with the big boys and the small guys for the pass rush?
Yeah, it depends on the situation, really, man. They got like a lot of wide, short guys. Billy Smith is one of the better athletic D tackles, but he's really a D end. So it really depends on the matchup. They try to rotate him a lot, every 2 to 3 plays to keep him fresh. You know what I'm saying? Keep from wearing them out or whatever, man. It really depends on what kind of look they give. They're going to go 3-man front or 4-man front. They try to rotate them every 2 to 3 plays to keep them fresh.
I guess.
So.
Coach T, I see you just joined, man. Happy to have you.
What up?
What's going on?
What's that?
So, we are the youth, the Texas Youth and High School Sports DFW, or the Dub High School Sports page, my brother. But hey man, I need you to tell me though, man. Tell me about this game right here, this Langston Longview, man. What was your thoughts on it?
My thought. We talk about it every week. Yes, I mean we can talk about the obvious. King got conservative. The game. He only threw the ball 4 times. We can talk about the obvious, but what I want to talk about is that coaching staff and those kids at Lancaster that refuse to lose. That right there. I mean, I've seen, even in my day, all the way to now, I've seen teams see that L, come through that tunnel, and they've already laid down. Lancaster, the season's not over, and I don't want folks acting like the season. They got a lot in the tank right now. I don't care back up. I don't care about none of that. They got a lot in the tank, and I was thoroughly impressed with the heart. I was a Coach Paul critic. Whatever happened. I don't even want to joke with him no more because the dude made me a believer. He can coach my kid. Because he went from 2 quarterbacks to 1. That offense went from being massively complex to where I can tell you what he's running, but they running it to high efficiency. I love what he's doing. Longview, I think they thought that logo on the front of that jersey was going to get them that dub, and they were moving on. I really do think that because it goes back to Coach Carr, who wanted it more, and it showed out at the end.
Right.
Well, hey, Coach, I'm gonna tell you like this. I agree with everything you're saying. I got worried about that from down there and everything, which rightfully so. You beat them 5 straight times, so rightfully so. But you can't never go in and feel like that just because you show up and you done beat the team 5 times. They're just gonna automatically a blowout. And not to switch subjects, but if DeSoto come on with City Hill with that same mentality week, they'll be going home too. You can't overlook that, bro.
Right.
This time,
Hey, don't bring nobody else in on this, man.
No. I'm just saying.
Don't be bringing other folks into this drama, man.
No, I'm just saying. I feel like people. Hear me out.
He trying to drag you into shit.
I ain't dragging nobody in nothing. I'm doing They go the same with Longview, everybody else. What I'm saying,
before you speak your point, it's crazy you're going to contradict yourself because before the Duncanville games, you want to go there, what you used to say, they done drag y'all 5 years in a row.
And you see whatever, they came out, and you want to be real, they came out and took y'all like you want to be real. I'm giving y'all credit, bro, but they really took y'all light, bro.
Well, that's the past. That's how about
ain't no past. You just brought it up. So I'm just saying, you asked me an opinion. I ain't contradicting nothing. Everything I said, I'm standing on. They go for y'all. They go for Longview. They go for if y'all play City Hill this week. It's the same way. I'm just saying, Longview, I'm telling you, I got word from down there, bro. They felt they were going to beat Langston. I felt they was too. I was the same way. But I'm telling you, the same way I'm telling you this, bro. Y'all come out there thinking that shit for real, but they going to beat y'all, bro. You can't overlook nobody, bro. And I learned this from last week. Just being 100, bro. So at the end of the day, like I said, man, I feel like Coach King got, you know what I'm saying? They feel like they going to just walk through them guys, man. And you can't overlook nobody in this time in the playoffs, bro. Like, real talk.
Right.
It's so funny that you said that because eventually you're going to get to that game. I went to 2 games, and you eventually we're going to get to that game that happened up in Denton. And I think another set of Eagles thought that they was going to walk through a school because my good friend, Professor Diggs, said that district champion came out of a weak district and they moving on and that other team going home.
Right.
Hey, one more thing. I'm gonna be finished. And like I said, shout out to Coach Powell, man. Lancaster, honestly, I hope they go and win it all, bro.
Me
I hope
too.
both of them go win it all. And I'm gonna tell you straight up, and it's for Alito too. I like Forney, I like Jo, but I think Lancaster will give Alito be a way better matchup for Alito with the athletes they have and the confidence they playing with. I think they match up with Alito.
No, absolutely. Now, I do got one question before we move on, and I'm gonna let Swagger talk on this game. Swagger, I ain't gonna lie, man. I was looking for that video. That video when you was there when they kicked that field goal. When you had that Lancaster shirt on, talking about we beat them niggas. I swear I was looking for that video, man. If anybody got that video now, send that video.
Hold on. I'm gonna send it to you real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you real quick. Right back.
Oh shit.
No, that video had me rolling, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
It was that really personal.
Yeah, it was personal. It was personal swag. It was personal.
Hey, that was Swagger saying, "I beat you, Jesse." That's all that.
Yeah.
Man, that dude got about 14. Bro, I don't take that dude serious, bro. Like, speak for your team, dog. I'm going to ride with Longview regardless. I'm going to root for a team. You got about 5 teams. You got Gates, Carter, Seagoville, Lancaster, everybody, man. You got on, bro. Come on,
Come on.
Do the word serious.
Foul him out, Debo. Foul him out, Debo.
Who you talking about, Jesse?
Come back, man. Can I get Charles?
Good coach, Cole.
Who
you talking?
B-Rod, what did you do this morning?
Let me clear that up. Actually, I only got one team. I care about David. I care about David W. Carter High School only.
Bro, you walk out
about
with a
Carter
jersey on, bro. Sit down.
But
bro.
I care about Carter basketball, Carter football, Carter track, Carter soccer. I care about Carter graduation. That's how deep I am in Carter. I'm at graduation.
All that sound good, bro. You walked out there with a Lancaster Tiger jersey on, bro.
But I'm saying though, I'm at graduations.
That's fine.
I got these kids' phone numbers. These kids call me coach. These kids call me brother. These kids call me everything. So I bleed red and blue. Let's get that straight first thing first.
Let me tell you something, bro.
But secondly, let me say this to you though.
Let me tell you something, bro.
Let me say this to you.
I don't do all that for clout, bro. I got a lot of put along you. I don't post stuff for clout, bro. Like you do all this stuff for clout, cool. But I don't do all that for clout, bro. I have a lot of connections. You don't know what I do along you. I just don't come over here and broadcast. You don't know who I know. But it ain't that serious to me because it's just high school talk, bro.
But let me say this to you though. If that's true, I respect you for that. No doubt about it. At the end of the day, it's all about you liking your team. I respect that. I like mine. I respect that. I mean, it is what it is. But let me say this to you about the game, though, from what I saw Friday night. And now this is where I'm about to catch some heat from Lancaster people, but I'm about to speak truth. If 2 plays in that ball game, we have a different outcome. And I'm going to tell you why. There's runs that 23 and 20 made that 2 wouldn't have got caught on. And let's be real about it. That's runs that 2 would have made and took it 80 yards to the house. So I'm gonna give credit where it's due. You talking about a player that was missing from a game that made an impact on the outcome of the game. His presence not being there, it cost them their season. Because you go down 20, you up 24-10, and you come out of halftime, you with 2, you just pound the ball rest of the game, eat up yards, eat up clock. Lancaster wanted that game badly, man. I was with them at halftime. They wanted that game badly. Those kids went to the locker room. Yeah. They went to the locker room. They was poised. They was focused. They didn't get down on themselves. But the most important part to me at halftime, they crowd did not give up on them at all. They crowd kept saying, "We're going to come back and we're going to beat these guys." That team was focused Friday night. I've never seen so much fire in kids' eyes Friday night. When they beat Longview, I asked Keywan Lacey after the game, "How are you feeling right now?" He said, "Hey, man, no matter what, they was not taking my season from me." And I felt every bit of those words when that kid looked in my eyes and said that. They was not taking this from me. I put my team on my back tonight, and I'm going to the next round. And I was just like, wow. That kid was determined to win that game, man. So,
Hey,
but
hold on, Clay. I gotta let Coach Paul get his corner. He had his hand up. Y'all know Coach Paul got his hand up. Hey, now one of y'all ready to rap for this big ass.
Yeah, I don't want no smoke with Coach. I don't want no smoke with Coach Carr. Speak your stuff, Coach. You got my undivided attention, Coach.
I yield the floor to the gentleman from Absolute Swagger with media.
Hey, J-Mac don't have the shirt on tonight, but I come in peace.
Hey, but you got that shirt on. That's a Willow shirt. Go on and show it up, man.
Hey, this Willow brand right here, y'all. Hey, this year, hey, y'all listen. This year's gonna have that school, but it's gonna have a school with an L next to it also. I believe it's gonna happen. All 4 of them. So Willow, you ready to make some more shirts, Willow, but add Lancaster to it.
Got you, baby.
Go ahead, Coach.
Now, I just got this video. I gotta play this video, now.
But hold on, but Jesse, real talk, football talk. No, none of that other crap. Shout out to Longview. I said it on the post. I may not know if you read it or not. Hey, I've never seen a school, honestly, that brings back pure talent every year. Just 2 goes down, you got 2 more running backs step in and do exactly what he does. So shout out to that. I don't know if 14 was the original starting quarterback or not, but that kid got a bright ass future at quarterback at Longview.
But no, he actually a baseball player. That's Tut. He actually graduated, but he was the original quarterback. He was injured too. That's why he had the sleeve on his leg. I had got wind of all this stuff last week, but what happened to Taylor and everything, I just kept it to myself. But he actually a baseball player.
And I'm gonna say this to you live on air, bro, for the whole world to hear.
There it is. Oh my God. There it is. 2 seconds. Oh, that's it. They beat him. They beat these niggas. Yeah.
Hey, let me say this. This how much Lancaster Nation. This how much Lancaster Nation watch this show and that stuff. Bro, they had a shirt. They had a shirt for me when I got to the game. They put me in their attire. They were like, no. They was actually telling me at this game, they were like, we got your back tonight. We got your back tonight. I'm like, damn. It was personal to them too.
J-Mac, say it again, J-Mac. You say it all now, J-Mac. Oh,
There it is. There it is. 2 seconds. Oh, that's it. They beat him. They beat these niggas. Yeah.
Hey.
I ain't heard nothing that said, bro.
Hey, my boy Coach Paul so happy after the game, he gave me a hug.
So Swaggy. So you say that, then apologize. I like.
At the end of the day, it's all about football. It's all about football at the end of the day.
Yeah, man. I'm just joking, man.
Hey, man, what you did?
That nigga laughing still.
Hey, man. Hey, Swag, that was personal, Swag. That was personal, Swag.
No personal. He had the camera on him, not on the field.
Man.
Hey.
We didn't even see the play.
Yeah, he got the camera on him. He got his system on.
I don't even care what the play was. The play don't even matter at this point. After this visual, this might be the world's greatest meme And even though you said the N-word, I cringe when you say it.
Oh man.
Oh, that's funny, dog. That is funny.
It felt like Stephen A. Smith when the Cowboys get beat. That's how I felt.
Hey.
Because Stephen A. Smith has a personal relationship with Derek Jones. That shit right there you had was I beat that nigga. That's really what you said. That's really what you know.
I said them.
You gonna be talking that bullshit. You said I beat that nigga. I know who you talking about. We all know who you.
Everybody.
Man.
Say,
what the end like that just made his day, man.
Oh man.
Remind me of them old cheerleaders in my day. We won. We shot the BB gun. Boy, that was hilarious.
Hey.
Hey man, it's like that, bro. But hey, I ain't mad at you, Swaggy. I went to 2 games and I was into it like that too, and I ain't got no dog in the hunt. I'm with you.
Hey, Swag.
It's like that.
Hey man.
They say play it one more time.
Dennis,
He say play it one more time.
Damn.
Pick up after this.
We ain't play that.
I can play it one more time. That shit funny.
There it is. Oh my God. There it is. 2 seconds. Oh, that's it. They beat them. They beat these niggas. Yeah.
Oh.
All right, Dennis. No, all right, that's it, Dennis. That's it, Dennis. No more, Dennis. That's it, bro. Hey,
J-Man playing that mud like Odom played that video on Mr. Sunday.
Look at my dog.
All right, what's going on, man?
J-Man playing that mud like that Robbie video on Mr. Sunday.
Shit, man, y'all crazy.
J-Man, I sent you another one. You got it?
Hey, Swaggy, hold on, man. Hold on. You trying to hijack now?
Yeah, you ain't done.
All right. So that was for a whole lot of stuff. How did you feel after you said that?
Okay, the N-word part, I would like to.
No. I mean, we pass all that. You clearly know you said that. So what I'm asking you is, how did you feel? How did you feel after you let that out, man? Like, what was your emotions after that game when it pertains to everything that you went through the whole week? How was it, man?
Shit, the video explains it. That explains it. It was joy.
Video.
It was pure joy. It was, man. You just, hey.
You know what, Swaggy? You don't have to do another post. You don't have to do another. You don't have to do nothing. You are the undisputed champion. That's it. This. Yeah, you don't have to respond to nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I'm a man of my word. What I said, I did say.
If you can figure out how to change that word into something in that video, you might have the world's greatest meme, dog. I'm telling you, dog.
I'm gonna work on trying to bleep it out or something. I'm gonna try to edit it.
I don't know what you got to do. You know what I mean?
I just want to say one thing, man. If it was like that to be long, imagine if Carter ever beat Faith back.
Oh man.
Oh,
hey. Boy. J-Man, you got a good point. Probably worse.
Boy.
Probably worse.
Woo, Lord, man. I got one more.
Oh, damn. Jeff just said the same thing.
Oh, that was funny.
I got one more video to play. I'm gonna upload it. But B-Rise, I want you to tell us about the Farney Richmond game.
Oh yeah,
So,
man, that game.
your thought is after B-Rise.
Oh yeah, man, that Forney and Richmond game. Well, I know I picked Forney, by a close game, but I'm gonna say this, man. Forney, J Mac, and Martin, they can contend to it. They saw a matchup in their secondary, and they just took advantage of it bad. And I was saying to myself, like, damn, even J Mac, I'm like, at some point, it's like you gotta do something. Like we were thinking, okay, let's put a safety or somebody here. A freshman cornerback would be better than him. But shit, man, Forney scored 47 points at half. They scored every possession they touched the ball. Second half they played better. They got a stud receiver at number 2 at Richmond. Man, kids, dog. Y'all be hearing about him. I don't know his name. You know his name, J Mac? The number 2.
Deion Jones Jr.
Deion Jones Jr.
Oh man, listen, man, that kid is a stud, man. Like I said, that kid is a dog, man. But before they handle business, their running back, man, he's the truth. I'm looking forward for to Langston Forney game, but as of right now, if I had to pick, man, I'll get a slight edge to Langston right now, though. But now Forney look damn good, man. That game next week against Langston, it's gonna be a hard fought game. But yeah, but Forney, man, they just they seen a matchup and they took advantage of it. They exploited their kid bad. Yeah, he might have death threats shit tomorrow at school. It was that bad. J Mac,
Wow.
Nah, you ain't lying.
Yeah. And I'm gonna add, let me ask this coach. Coleman. At what point, when you see a player just getting totally, he getting his ass dog walk. At what point do you decide, hey, you know what? Let's make some type of changes. Is it after you get beat 2 70-yard plays or sooner? Like they still getting beat.
Was he busting the play or was he just losing his matchup?
Shit, man. It was one play.
Shit, it was bad.
No, it was one play. He started running one play.
But B-Rise, that's the thing about defense. Like, you can't have a cone out there because it only takes one cone out there to make the band play. Offense, you can have a guy over here. Hey, stand over there in the slot. On defense, especially in the secondary, you find a cone and you just keep attacking the cone till they replace the cone. It ain't a whole lot of coaching. Keep attacking them until you get them some help or get them off the field. One of the two. That's what you got to do. Get them some help over the top or get them off the field.
And coach, it was so bad, coach. They did try to move him. They moved him to the inside it's a nickel cornerback, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Forney seen that, they went right back.
What they say? Oh,
they went right back to his ass.
You still on the field? We still see you.
Yeah, J Mac, Rely J. They put him in the nickel corner. They seen it. They went right back at him.
That was either a booster stun, a coach's stun. ain't no way it cooked like that.
But that's the difference in good teams, though. Good teams that had that depth to bring somebody in that can play better. Richmond he might have been the best thing that happened.
Could be.
Man,
yeah, but
could be.
Shit, man.
You can't have that many good wide receivers and not try them at DB.
J Mac, I know what you're saying because the Tuskegee did it this week. They put one of their best receivers and they put him at safety because they DB's not that good this year. They took their offensive tackle that's committed to Texas, and he went down there and played D-line 30 snaps this week.
Shit, I
don't understand.
I would have been doing that, coach.
It's too many athletes, right? Like it's an abundance of wide receivers. Like you should be dual training anyway if you're not the primary or secondary receiver
guy.
Right.
You should be dual training anyway.
Because let's just be real. These days, especially once you get talking 5'8", that's the rare, and you don't see kids working on both sides. If you're a receiver, you're focused on receiver.
Not in most 6'8" program.
So watch this
of the good school. They got more talent.
So you out there playing receiver, but you're not the dude. But you go to defense, and now you got 4 or 5 off. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna prepare for both. If I'm not the guy, you know what I'm saying? Like you know you're not the guy. Everybody think they the guy, but you know you're not the guy. You know what I'm saying? You get the second reps when they run quads, and you get the second, third team reps. You better go learn how to play DB.
Right.
You know, scout team, you need to go standing around waiting for offense. Go play some scout team.
Hey, let me ask Coach Coleman. You know, we got to talk about Coach. You know, why don't I heard Lamar was talking about how in 6A you can't do it, but I just believe a great athlete. And I thought today we're gonna talk about Douglasville. When Douglasville played the Woodlands, DeCorian Moore played DB about 20-30%.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't tell me you can't do it at 6A level.
J Mac, my thing is you can do it, but they not gonna be able to do it for a whole game. 30 reps, 30 reps a game, you could do that. Like my best player on my team is Bo, you know, the 4-star linebacker. Bo, he get 15. I try to give him 15 plays on offense. You know, even if he not getting the ball, because when they see him run out there, they gonna think he getting the ball. You know what I mean? And so, you know, you try to give him his touches too. Both sides of the ball, because he the best player. Like DeCorian Moore, he one of their best players. And so, you know, they figured, shit, let me put my best player out there on the field. How many snaps can I get him? But it's just tough to do. And then, you know, some coaches don't want to practice like that. You know, they want the guy, you know, mess up practice or how they structure practice. Want the guy to focus at just this. And so, I mean, I really just think it's how you structure, and then you just got to be careful with it. You don't want to try to put them in 60 plays on offense and 60 on defense and 120 plays.
No.
Yeah. So like
that's true because Louisville, Lamar was there with me at the Allen game. Louisville had Jaden Harden going both ways. Then when they counted the most, he wasn't even in there. He was so tired on the play where they ended up throwing an interception. He went in the game because he was so tired. So
that's the problem. Is what ends up happening is, all right. First of all, let me just be real. It's only an elite person that can do this. All right, so
elite athlete.
So let's start there, right?
There you go.
It's only like Wood did this, and we only play Wood like maybe 10, 12, 15 plays because you need them at their best at their primary position.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, they can step on the field. You can put them in slot, give them the ball on the screen, and they'll take it to the house. They just that much better of an athlete than everybody on the field. That's that much more special. That's why they elite.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But you could do it in 6A. We did. Like Walter Taylor was our quarterback, and then we played Huntsville, and we moved him to corner in the playoffs. You know, but he only got in there like maybe, 10, 11, 12 snaps. That's how you got to play those type guys.
Well, they definitely got to be special.
Yeah.
I just wish that Forney would at least try it, right? Like the ball, and there's no disrespect. Shout out Coach K, they had a great season. They did what they could do. They came up against a better team, right? We get it. But if I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out trying every single thing I can. You did. Right. You got all these elite. They got, if you ever see Richmond play, they have elite offensive skills.
Offensive players.
Yeah, man. They got some man. They offensive
world class speed over there.
I'm surprised they didn't if the guy was getting beat like that though, because
he was getting beat bad.
Thanksgiving week, a good week to practice some guys, both ways. A couple that you think you might need, if a guy can't handle it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Got a lot of free time.
Hey, I already put number 2 at safety. Yeah, I always put that. I was,
Your opinion about this Fournier Langston matchup, man. I gotta play this video. Just so, we all got Lobo on the grill, baby.
Yeah.
Jesse LCY, bring that ass here, baby.
Set them boys
Line it
practice.
up. Basketball shoes.
Basketball Monday.
Monday morning, baby.
Basketball
Line it up on the
practice.
court.
Get it
Monday
ready.
morning. Go home.
Get it
We go
ready.
out. We go out.
Yeah.
you the flag in the background.
Got the megaphone.
She had him in the car seat.
Yeah, she had me record.
Wow.
She had me record that one. She said, record this one now.
You sure did. Swag, you the hype man, Swag.
Hey man, let's be clear about one thing.
That's my boy, man.
Say what, J Mac?
Let's make sure we are. Swaggy went out there to be missing.
That's why. That's the only reason he went to the game.
He was trolling. That's all he was doing.
Swaggy had get my lick back all on the membrane.
When he found out that game was locked in for long, listen, after he walked out off a sock game, that's where it started. After he left that place and rode home, and Jesse went ape shit, started they was getting ready to play Langston Longview. From that moment on, he
was locked in the whole week.
He had a whole lot of episodes during the course of the week. He didn't know how to handle his emotions. He was all over the
Too funny.
When Lancaster came back and got that win, that was all he needed. Huh?
Hey, J-Mac, give me that clip, J-Mac. Give me that clip.
Oh, now you want to see it. Now you want to see it.
There it is. Oh, my God. There it is. 2 seconds. Oh, that's it. They beat them. They beat these niggas. Yeah.
I will say this. If I can go from 1 week and skinny jeans and then laughed at to the hero the next, I'll take it any day.
Them one of those skinny things, bro. Them basketball pants, dog.
I'll take it any day.
Leave them in the closet. I don't give a damn how many times you win, and I'll bring them back out. I thought you were going to play baseball, but them was so tight in the stripes, and you had the stripe on her.
Yeah, I think I give you that. I'm gonna retire them. You right?
Yeah, that was funny, man.
I give you that. I'm gonna retire them.
Hey, Jesse, you should have said you like the male version of Punky Brewster.
Oh, stop. Oh, my God.
When he called you a pack of nerds, dog, that was so funny, man. Listen, I'm glad you guys laugh. Hey, Jesse,
see,
man,
let me clear something up.
Okay,
Let me clear something up.
All right, so
see, it was never a beef.
Swaggy, I got you.
Okay,
go ahead, Swag.
It was never a beef behind that. It was the deal with that was like I have always stated before, even on social media. If you don't know me personally, don't come at me. Jesse knows me. Y'all all knows me. If Jesse can make jokes with me all day long, we'll laugh about it, joke about it. But when other dudes come out of nowhere and start disrespecting me, that's where it went south.
Damn.
All right, we good, guys. We good on that, man. Hey, we good. So I'll just ask the question. All right. So please forgive me if I get off track. I do that from time to time.
Hey man, that's real, man. We gotta get to the other games. I don't want to spend too much time on it.
Hey, before you go, J-Mac. Hey, Coach Cody, quick question. How much Mumu doing over there, man?
Mumu good with me. He gives some other people some trouble sometimes, but Mumu good with me.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna be all right.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna be good. No, I think he's gonna be all right. He go off on some people from time to time, but he don't ever try to pull that with me though.
No, that's him, but you got no idea with like I said, that's my boy. He's my son's best friend. So.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nah, he gonna be all right. He gonna be all right though. I like him.
All right, man. So we done with that, man. Hey,
Yes, sir.
Coach Coleman, quick thoughts on the Forney versus Lancaster. And I will say this, man. I came away super duper impressed with Javon Osborne, Dale. I'm just gonna be honest, man. That's the best running back in 2026. That's just my opinion.
Oh, easy, hands down.
But I'm sorry, dog. I just don't see another 2026 running back.
But like good
Right there is a stud.
You said hands down?
You think he's better than
Keywan, they see that dude.
I was about to say hands down?
You said 2026.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I got you.
2026.
Got you.
Y'all know who I think the best running back in the world is. He runs for Dunkerville.
Oh yeah. 2026.
Yeah.
Man,
I think there's one out. I think there's one out in Parker County. It's pretty nice.
yeah, you gotta put Gunner in there. It's a one. Can't go wrong with either one.
Y'all missing another one though.
Who that?
Out of Carthage, Elvis. He's the top one in the state actually right now. Rank wise,
Wow.
with J.O.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I saw him the other day. Yeah.
a freaking monster. It ain't fair. It ain't fair. The offensive line that kid got to run behind. Oh my gosh. And Pleasant Grove is very highly thought of, and they road breaking them boys.
Nah, they get that. Pleasant Grove get that game away. They
get that game away, coach.
Should have won.
Yeah, I know they did. I know they did.
I'm
gonna tell
you a team to watch out for versus Carthage. It's gonna be
Glen Road. Glen Road.
Belleville
too. Yeah.
I was just gonna say that. Yep. They roll Silsby.
That slot T, baby. Slot T.
They got a bad D tackle too, a 4-star D tackle down there.
Yeah, that slot T nasty, boy. The way they run it, it's nasty.
What about Chapel Hill?
Mm-mm.
Only 10 that probably could get maybe Glen Rose again, because Glen Rose get
Glen Rose.
Oh, they still in it?
Yeah, Glen Rose. Yeah. Oh yeah.
But Thursday, I'm thinking about going down to watch Timpson and Garrison Thursday, man.
Where they play it, Jesse? Where they play it?
Longview
High.
And I'm gonna go Lancaster and Forney Friday.
Yeah, don't make me throw the music. Hey, Coach,
I'm listening.
what's your thoughts on Forney Lancaster?
I mean, you playing somebody twice, so you know that's always a factor. It ain't gonna be no secrets, you know. It ain't gonna be no secrets. It's all gonna be to me who can stop the run. Both teams got two good running backs, so who can stop the run? The team that stop the run gonna win, and don't turn over the football. Playoff football. Don't turn over the football, and who can stop the run? That's the team that's gonna win. Mo got two top running backs.
So unless you plan on coming on Wednesday, man, who you see winning that game?
Forney put up 47 in the first half. B-Ride?
First half.
Hey, J-Mac, I gotta do some more research before I give you my answer on that. I gotta watch some film. I just ain't seen enough of Forney.
They real up front, man. They got a nice D line too.
I just ain't seen enough of them.
Man. That was my first time seeing them live up close. And first off, I'm gonna tell you, number 2, Kelvin Regan, he a real deal. Like, dude is all over the field, man. The field speed that cat got is ridiculous.
Yeah, he run that defense. The defense revolves around him.
So where they playing him at? He playing on the line or he playing at back?
They got him.
He both.
They got him everywhere. Like, they'll blitz him off the edge. They'll put him in the middle, and he'll blitz. They'll drop him in coverage. They'll let him just float to the ball. Like, dude, you don't know where he's going to be.
Yeah, it's a free fall over there.
But let me tell you something about Lancaster though that nobody talks about. That's getting lost in a lot of this conversation about Lancaster. You hear a lot about Lacey. You hear a lot about other things, but man, you got to go back and give a lot of damn credit to number 6, Carter Jones. You talking about a kid who beginning of the year has stat lines like 2 for 5 for like 40 yards when he was sharing the load with the other quarterback. Ever since he took over by himself, he averaging like 200, 300 yards a game. Like that right there, to me, has really been the turning point that the passing game has opened up with the running game. So you got to give a lot of credit to him too, man. Especially Friday night against Longview. He made some throws, some unbelievable throws. That one throw that Cam caught, to win the game, to get in field goal range.
On the D.
That was dope.
A great ball.
Yes, that was dope. Because if you weren't, for people who weren't there, it was originally supposed to be like a 45-yard field goal, but instead they had got a 5-yard penalty, so that made it like a 50-yard field goal. So instead of being 4th and 5, it made it 4th and 10. So Paul said instead, had to go for it instead. Yeah,
I thought it was
4th and 11.
I actually thought it was the best thing that could have happened right there.
Exactly.
I mean, it wasn't supposed to happen. They got to delay a game. But I thought it was the best thing that happened because I didn't, that was a 4th field goal.
Yeah, that was a 4th field goal.
Like a little bit closer. So when they got to delay a game, then they had to bring the offense back out there. And then they got that 4th down to set it up close.
But I was like, man, 4th and 11. Do you go for this? You don't get this. You get a Longview, a little bit of time left with I think it was about 20-some seconds at the most.
Yeah,
it was like a minute
seconds.
or something. It was a minute or something.
You talking about with the field goal?
Before the field goal, Jesse?
It was like a minute or something, like a minute, almost like close to 2 minutes.
That was a hell of a gamble.
You trying to run the clock out.
When they got that fumble.
They were like 30-some seconds then.
Yeah.
I was talking about when Lancaster was going for that first field goal, and it got the penalty.
It was like 2 minutes, like right there, 2 minutes. I didn't understand why the fuck King didn't kick the field. Why you punt the ball from 30?
Now, speaking of King, Jesse, what I don't understand, first down, why you didn't try to move down the field instead of trying to run the clock out?
I agree. I mean, it's a lot of things King did I question, bro. So, but I mean, I just like I said, I like King a lot. He one of my favorite coaches, but that's a lot of stuff he did that I question. And my thing, when I look back at it, bro, it go back to they lost the same way to McKinney that they lost in Lancaster.
They did.
I was finna kick a field goal, false start, bag up, you punt the ball. Willie Nelson drops a potential pick 6, like he did against McKinney when he dropped the pick in his zone. They could have sealed it. Lancaster go down and get it. Mason fumbles the ball again on the last drive. Same thing.
Hey, when Bray made that hit and that ball came out, that sideline, that stands and sideline erupted.
Other thing I thought Longview though, just talking about that game, I thought they had too many penalties in the second half. That for their offense, that kind of hurt them too.
Yeah,
they had a few penalties that was timely that put them behind the chain.
But real quick, J-Mac, to your point about this Forney game, I was at game 1, and that was a dog fight. I'm talking about the whole entire game. It was a dog fight. Lancaster should have won that game. We all know what happened. 4th and 15, the pass interference, no pass interference. That's a done deal now. That's in the record books. But I expect this time to be another shootout. I mean, not a shootout, but I expect for it to be another close game. And it's going to come down to who got the ball last again. That's what I believe.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, man. I know they've been choking me out, bro. Go ahead.
I done lost track, man. I've been lost for the last 5 minutes.
Forney, Lancaster, man. What's the talk about?
Forney and Lancaster, man. Ooh. You know what's interesting about this game, man? It's really not much of a difference between those two teams. And I think right now Lancaster is exercising some demons, and I think this the next. You gotta think about it. You know what I'm saying? You know what? You know what's here's the funny thing that's ironic about this. Listening to Swaggy and him riding Lancaster, and the day that he said Forney was going to be the team to beat in the district, and to see Forney and Lancaster lining up in the fourth round is kind of ironic because that was a game that Swaggy brought up at the beginning of the year that we talked about. And I think, man, at the end of the day, Forney plays really, really good defense. I think Lancaster defense is better than Forney's offense, if that makes any sense. I think Lancaster's offense is better than Forney's offense. And I think Lancaster shows you they got special teams. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. But I think it's going to be a good game, for sure. I really do. I think it's something to look forward to.
Okay. Not Eastside. Coach G, what you got, man, before I ask y'all about another group of teams?
I think it's all set up. It's all set up right now. It's set up. I like what Lancaster is doing. I do. I think, and I hate to use the D word, but I mean, Coach Todd called it. Coach Ward called it. I think they're a team of destiny.
Okay. Lamar, what you think?
Right now it's hot. You know, so like I said, they got the momentum. Coach Paul got them boys believing in them. You know, I think it'll be a good game, man. It'll come down to whoever makes a crucial mistake in their fourth quarter. I believe it'll be a close game. Like I said, last game came down to what Lancaster fans will call a phantom PI in the end zone. And I think it'll be the same way in the fourth quarter, you know, down to the last possession type of game. Whoever makes a mistake, makes a big play, you go either way. But Lancaster's hot right now, man. It's hard to go against them.
Nah, ain't no doubt about it, man. I need to get to this game, man, because we done been an hour and a half in the show. We ain't talked about Stock Midlothian Hatch. The hell going on?
Man, it's a good show. It's a business show, bro.
Hey, I love it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody tuned in. We got the numbers up from all platforms. I appreciate y'all, man. Matter of fact, I need y'all to go to all platforms and hit the like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? YouTube, Facebook, you know what I'm saying? Holla at the ball on Twitter. You know, I'm all network. But
drop the comments, J-Mac.
Yeah, I am good looking out. But before I leave this, I do gotta give a big shout out to Big Play Break. Shout out to Chanel Spencer. Shout out to Big, because I gave him that nickname. That's a dub nickname, Big Play Break. For Lancaster, man, and number 2 team. He doing his thing. He living up to it. He been working hard. He getting his shine. And I love every minute of it, man. I can't wait to get him on the show. You know what I'm saying? And chop it up with a little homie. Now, let's move on to Stock Heritage. Coach Colvin, you know anything about that, man? What was your thoughts on that before Coach Park get back?
I was watching it on my phone, you know, during the game, and I seen our Sock was down early. They had like a turnover. But shit, I seen Sock being able to run that ball, and then defense stood up second half. So yeah, I think they played, you know, cleaned up the turnover, keep it rolling. I think I'm gonna go watch them play this. Don't they play this Saturday? I think Arlington. Yeah, I'm trying to make that game this Saturday.
Ooh, I'm conflicted.
Because it's double hitter, I think, out there.
Yeah, because North Crowley, and play at damn near at the same time. One at 1, another one at 3.
Yeah, they do play at the same time.
You think that North Carolina Allen? I
don't think it's gonna be. That's why I'm going watch Sock. I told Gates.
I don't think it's gonna be a gap. I want them kids. Them kids deserve what's gonna happen. Now I want to be there to see it, just like Swaggy was there to see Lancaster. I want to be there. I want to be there to see it.
Well, I need a video saying we beat them.
No, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that, bro. No N word. I might say ninja, but I ain't gonna say nothing else.
Hey, my thoughts on the Sock game, man. It happened the way I thought it would. I thought it was gonna be a close game for the most part, and I thought Sock would wear them down. And shout out to Sock, man. I mean, they did what they supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? I love the way Sock play football. This is their time of the year. That's why Sock and shout out to Coach Todd, Coach Ward. That's my dog, Coach Ward, man. I don't know if he's still in the chat or not. But that's the dog, Coach Todd. Oh my God, Zach Collins, man. My God, they like to wear the tights, man. He keep a big man safe. You know what I'm saying? He wear them tights.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir.
Coach Zach Collins. You know what I'm saying? But I'm all with Sock, man, because we need this 3-piece, man. We got to do it for the hood. We got to do it for Oak Cliff. And that's just pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ride with him till the wheel falls off. You know what I'm saying? Coach Carl, tell me about what you thought of that game, man. But hey, shout out to our coach, man, from Harris, man, that came on Edward. You know what I'm saying? Hey, dude had a game plan, and he rode it for a while. It just, you know, like Cinderella, man. The clock, you know, time ran out.
Now them Jimmy and John started kicking in. I'm saying, man.
Hey, yeah. Hey, he had the X's and O's with them Jimmy and Jones. Otherwise.
Well, I think it was second half adjustments too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that too. Definitely.
I think, you know, Sock came out. Listen,
Coach.
Sock has a formula that will win a lot of games and produce a lot of championships. I don't necessarily think a lot of parents, a lot of players, a lot of coaches are really committed to that style of offense. You know what I mean? And being able to stick to it consistently, play defense, special teams, and so forth and so on. I thought Sock is playing the same way they played last year on that run. We're going to be more physical than you. Right now they're playing bend but don't break on defense. And right now they're playing good special teams, man, and they're coaching. So I think whenever you have all those things put together, man, I mean, Sock shows you that's the way to go.
Ooh, boy.
Man.
Boy, he's so visual, folks, though. Boy, that man right there, boy. He love the business, boy. You gotta get him on the show. But now, look, Coach G, what did you think of that Sock game, man?
I'm gonna expound on what Coach Carr said, and don't beat up on me for it. But I sat there and watched that game the first half, and watched what happened in the second half, and I said to myself, what urban school wins that game except for South Oak Cliff Magic? Who wins that game besides Sock? Name in an urban school. The way that Heritage, that game plan they came out with, and how he was attacking those edges, trying to scrape out the adjustments. I mean, it screams the adjustments that were made in that game, and the game literally flipped. They gave up a couple of cheapies at the end, but the way who wins that game? Urban. Give me an urban team that wins that game. That's all that I was thinking of. I say Sock got something special over there, man. I mean, what's that running back name? Golly, if I'm sitting there trying to think of his name, that's why I'm rambling.
Danny Green.
Oh my God. Hey, he's the hammer, and whoever's in the other uniform is the nail. That kid runs hard, and and all it takes is a crease, and he got him. he was at the 20 looking back at kids. I love and like you said, all these kids and you know my kid is a select football kid. They don't want to run. No, they want that spread. They want that the glamour and the glitz. But when folks don't want to get down there and get dirty like Sock do. I mean they gonna get in there, get dirty, and hey, it's either gonna be me or you.
Well, think about it like this, Coach G. Football is the last masculine sport we have.
Oh, stop.
You know what I mean? It was made that way. You know what I'm saying? The forward pass came along later. You know what I mean? The roots of football is them trenches and being physical and being able to run the ball. You know, that's why we still talk about the Barry Sanders, you know what I'm saying, the Jim Browns, those type guys. And when you can sit there and play that type of football, man, nowadays kids don't want to play that style of football. So because they're 7-on-7 type kids, when they start getting that ISO and that power and that counter hit with a fullback and a tight end, it's a different ball game because that's day in, play out. You know what I'm saying? Football is a game of attrition. So a lot of kids aren't able to hold that matter. Sock is always going to beat you in the end of the third and the fourth quarter. But
and the reason why I said that is because you know I'm also a referee, and I ref a lot of these games. Not so much on the Dallas side, but usually up north and down south and in Fort Worth surrounding areas. I watch the game like that all year, and they come out the second half, they go into the spread. They go into the spread. They literally change what they do and go into the spread. So I said, no, we ain't doing that. You got to stop this. And that's why I say I love the fact that you cannot, when Coach Todd and that staff, when they get on their square, you're not moving them. The game really wasn't as close as it was. But I appreciate the fact that they just kept pounding that rock. And as you said earlier, Coach, man, hey, first down. That defense come back fresh. Man, look, hey, we can run to the ball now. Because Sock bled that third quarter. They bled that. I mean, how many? I think they might have had two. Heritage only had 2 possessions. I'm almost sure of that. The third quarter.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what happens when you know the best. And when we talk about complementary football, it's more so of allowing that defense to dictate. Sometimes, you know, if you look at the Ravens, Baltimore Ravens, their Super Bowl win, you couldn't tell me the quarterback, but you could tell me that defense and that running back. When you have a guy who can run the ball and slow the game down, it keeps high-powered offenses off the field. Especially if they're a team that like to throw the ball, they go on 3 and out. So now it allows you to win in time possession. And Coach Coleman, I'm sure you know about it, man. I mean, last year they was killing your defense over there on your offense side of the ball. I mean, God,
I know. I know. I know. And when you know, that's why you make a change. I know. It was a lot different this year. I think we gave up 100 less points. And that's just playing complementary football. Keeping them fresh.
Yeah.
For sure.
Now, y'all think of Lovejoy also beat they beat them kind of high.
Mm-hmm.
I feel personally, I feel like that win against Texas High is going to prepare them a little bit for soccer. And I'm saying that because they played against top level competition. They played against good coaches, and they played against really, really good athletes. That's black shit. They played against black athletes. That's gonna help them.
Them TKs.
Yeah. You know, they got a free lunch. They played against him. They beat him.
Justin Tucker, man.
I think that's gonna help, man. I see my man Mark Henry's in the house. I'm gonna give you this first question, Mark.
What's happening, man?
What's your thoughts on this Sox Lovejoy matchup?
Well, if if they have a hard time stopping the run, Lovejoy, they're gonna be in trouble. Because they're gonna, they run that trap. This used to be, the Redskins used to be, they used to be their favorite trap with Joe Jacoby and all that when they had the Hogs, where they pull the guard and the tackle to the opposite side, and the other guys block down. They gonna run it, man. You know what I'm saying? Miles. Well, at that Melissa game, I was really impressed with Miles and Omeka. The two guys, the left tackle, right tackle and right guard that went head up with Nigel Smith all night long. And Nigel Smith had to work for it. You know what I'm saying? I watched that matchup all night. And those two guys, they held their own against one of the top defensive players ranked in the country going to Oklahoma. So, if that's not good film for those guys, I don't know what else film you need. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you got the twins up front that have been a mainstay on that offensive line through both state runs. So you got to play grown man football with Sock, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Coach Carr said, it started in the trenches. And we, the last few games that we've been watching this week and last week, it's been that way. At this time of the year, a defense and a running game travels no matter what the weather conditions are, whether it's inside or outside. So, Sock has the recipe for success, and you can say everything you want to say. They don't get bothered by what the outside noise is. You know what I'm saying? And if you ever been on the sideline watching them coaches and staff, they don't get rattled. They can be down. You know what I'm saying? Because we was at the Forney game. We checking scores. We watching Texas. We watching DeSoto on one phone over there, checking scores with B-Rise, checking on that game. And they were down. But I went back and watched the game yesterday. I watched Longview and Lancaster's game. Then I watched Sox game against Midlothian Heritage. They made Midlothian Heritage one-dimensional. I think they had less than 50 yards rushing. You know what I'm saying?
65 yards rushing.
Right, yeah. So they had to pass, and unfortunately, they don't have a quarterback that's elite at the passing game. He's a decent passer, but he's not the guy that's gonna. He had a bunch of yards passing, and Surratt had a big play in the first half. But after they came back from the second half, and they said they was gonna bloody their nose with that running game, Danny Green with another 100 yards. Khalil Ewell busted up to gut. That put the 40 piece on the board. You know what I'm saying? He was untouched on that last run. So. It's just their strength, you know what I'm saying? And they know what they do, and they don't waver from it. They don't change up. Like Coach G said, some people go to the spread and try to get cute. They don't get cute with you. You know what I'm saying? They make sure that they know what you're coming in to get to. You know what I'm saying? You got to bring your lunch for 48 minutes with Sock.
You know what also makes them special is, you remember last year, Danny Green. And I love this kid. That's my guy. He's my guy.
So do I.
He's not a home run runner, right? So last year when JT got healthy, he became that big play guy that they needed on offense, who can hit the home run, go the distance. The beauty of Ewell is he can come in on the tail end of a Danny Green and be that home run guy now. You know what I mean? He's Absolutely. That guy that come in on that top end of that drive. After Danny done wore you down, and pop, he gone. You know what I mean? And I think that makes them dangerous. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's the beauty of it. I mean, like watching soccer is like you brought up the Redskins, man, and Joe Gibbs, and I believe that was the counter trade.
That was the counter trade. Absolutely.
Yeah. And that when I interview an offensive line coach, I ask him what's his favorite run play. If he tell me outside zone, we stop the conversation right there. All right, it ain't even no use of us keeping a conversation. You about as finesse as they come. I'm cool on that. But if an offensive line coach say he like power, counter, trap, and ISO, that's your man, baby. Yes, sir.
But you know what, Coach Carr?
It's just special, man. Yeah.
If you look at the last 2 years, Danny Green has ascended to where he is
because of his running style. You know what I'm saying? You know, I said this last week. He kind of reminded me of a young Roger Quigg with the high knee action. He one cut and get north, but you look at him and you don't think that he got power, but he does. He keeps his pad level low. You know what I'm saying? And you never get a real good shot on him. And he can cut with the best of them. Now, you mentioned the home run threat. His home run threat is to pound you down. You know what I'm saying? And when he gets to the goal line, he got a nose for the goal line. You're not gonna stop him. You know what I'm saying? So I like both backs. And then they got a third back that in Debo that don't even get as many carries as both of those guys. It's gonna be the running back probably next year. You know what I'm saying? He's got a little bit of both of what they do, speed and power.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey man, I want to jump off of here, man, because I want to get y'all thoughts on the Alito Red Oak game. I'm gonna start with you, Mark, because I know you know something about that.
Well, when Forney put the 60 piece out, we burned rubber. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I went and watched the second half. It was 38-21 when I got her. And you know, Alito is Alito, and you know I've said this before. Whenever I had been on the panel with y'all, I went out there in the spring and I kind of knew that this team was going to be a state title contender. They got all the pieces at the right positions. You know what I'm saying? They got interchangeable running backs, receivers. Caden Finley had a big game, over I think 160 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Of course, Racine Guillory Jr., class 2026. I mean, a phenomenal talent. My guy Hawk Patrick Daniels had a long touchdown run. Jaden Allen had a pick. Chris Johnson on the other side. Keys had a big hit on the quarterback on Martinez. That was kind of an ooh shot later on, but they got all the pieces, man. They built for this. You know what I'm saying? And then I didn't even talk about House Haney, the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He's spinning it as best as I ever seen him spinning. And on the flip side, Red Oak was battling. Of course, I think Braden Robinson had a kick return for a touchdown. Taz had a couple of big catches as well. But Alito wears you down consistently with that physicality up front on both ends of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? But that offensive line is physical. You got two guys, their brothers, the Williams brothers. One's going, I think, Louisiana, University of Louisiana, and the other kid's a sophomore. You know what I'm saying? So they've been playing together for a while. You know what I mean? And it's just that continuity that they have up front. They don't ever look like they get rattled, whether they get down or they get frustrated. They just come back and they keep playing. You know what I'm saying? And we were at the Red Oak Burleson Centennial game a couple weeks ago, and Red Oak was looking forward to this game, and they've got a pretty good test. And I think they still have some things that they got to build on, because Taz comes back, Robinson comes back. They got a young quarterback that's a sophomore that we got a chance to look at a little bit, warming up on the sideline. And they got some pieces coming back on defense. And with the realignment, I think they're still going to be in 5A D1, but I saw some projections today. They might be in the same district with DeSoto next year. So I think they still got the talent over there to make some noise. They just ran into a juggernaut that's playing at a high level in Alito.
Yeah, I agree with that. You guys thoughts around Kobe?
Coach, me or Kobe?
Coach Kobe.
Oh, sure. Alito is Alito. But Red Oak, they talented. Both of them receivers, don't they got another year or more?
Yeah, they'll be back.
Taz is a soft. He a junior, and Quick Six is a sophomore, so they'll be back.
Yeah, I mean, when you got two guys like that on offense in high school, you're always gonna have a change. They just ran into them trenches.
Lamar, what you got? I mean, I know you're gonna be throwing shots at them. They gonna blame
you. It looks like Alito is finally getting back to Alito, Alito ball. The first couple of rounds, they kind of struggled. I don't say struggled, they won, but kind of like Professor said, they were kind of sleepwalking through the process. Just doing enough just to get by tight. But I think this game, they kind of got back to themselves. I was on Red Oak, but two things that we said in the offseason, what might be that ball ended up showing this game. Now, when you add Reggie to the mix, they can score with anybody, but can you stop anybody? can you stop the run? And, you know, they kind of showed what they put up 24 or something like that.
35.
Yeah, and still got beat by 3 touchdowns. So the Achilles heel that we talked about in the spring and the offseason kind of it finally came back to bite them in the ass this week. But Alito, look like they're getting back to Alito type football. Like they're poised to make another run.
Yep. What's that, Coach Carl?
Oh man, Alito being Alito. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Red Oak though. You know what I'm saying? Like out of all the adversity they've been through, you know what I mean? Losing their quarterback, Martinez coming in with and the first undefeated season in school history. I think regular season. I think they deserve a round of applause, man. I thought that Red Oak really surprised a lot of people, and I think for them, man, they should keep their head as high and use this more of a building towards their future, man. Because to play and go down to Alito, you know what I mean. I think it's not like you just playing anybody, like you're playing a fighting Aaron. So you gotta always make sure you're prepared when you rolling against them. You don't know what you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be ready, fundamentally sound. And that's all I got, man. I'm just excited for Red Oak. I wonder if Coach G, do you think Alito has fixed their problems or whatever their problems were?
I won't know until this week because Red Oak really didn't test that problem. Red Oak didn't test them in the way that it doesn't. I look at it like this: Alito. I don't care who you got, who they play. They gonna have the high joker every time because I like that Keys kid that much. I do. I like that kid that much. It's almost like the Willis game. Lagway was the best player on the field. Keys was the best player on the field. Now I like House from his sophomore year to now has made one of the most massive jumps I have seen in a kid that I hadn't seen play select football. Because I've been on record and on this show to say he's a good athlete playing quarterback. He's a quarterback. Now he's a dual quarterback, which they don't want to hear that. His people don't want to hear that. That kid is legit. But I think where you test them is where you sit on Alito's strong hand. What are they gonna do different? Their defense gonna stand up, but I think I don't think it's gonna happen this week. But teams that sit on Alito's strong hand, which is wherever Gullery goes, you go. I think that's when they kind of struggle with that. They too slow to go to another identity, in my opinion, and that's just me looking at them. Because I mean that's in my opinion. If you sit on Ray, you sit on Ray, and then what they'll do is they'll switch him out, and then they'll let Keys run the rock. Well, in my opinion, when Keys come in the backfield, he getting the rock. So at that point, Finley has stepped up. A couple other kids have stepped up, but I just think they slow to say, okay, this is what we're gonna do. That's just my opinion, and I don't think they're gonna be tested this week for that.
Yeah. No, I'm with you, man. And first off, I want to say salute to Red Oak. I thought they had a great season. I feel like the Coach Johnson, is Coach of the Year candidate. Went undefeated and to the third round. You know what I'm saying? You just took the job. You took the job under superior circumstances, you know, and you made it yours and you went underneath it. You know what I'm saying? You did something that the school ain't never done before. So salute to Toledo, man. I mean, they fell short, but you know what? If you're gonna lose to Toledo in the playoffs, that ain't really just a bad thing.
No.
That ain't, you know, that ain't the worst thing in the world. Alito got some real annoying fans and you know, some real assholes that follow them. But you know, hey, it is what it is. Totally. So hey man, so hey, you know, ain't no problem with that. I still think Redo got the best wide receiver duo in the country. That's just my opinion. I just don't see a better wide receiver duo than him. And I think the future is bright for Redo. They gonna the Robbins are gonna get them right. You know what I'm saying? The Robbins are gonna get them right. What is that? Nah, not yet, man. You gotta actually pay me to be retired, man. You gotta actually give me the money. So, yeah. I will be here, homie. I will be here. So shout out to Little Leaf, man. I don't know how big these let them be on the So tell me, man, looking forward to next week. I also want to give a shout out to Panther Creek. They lost a heartbreaker to Anna, man. Did you see that go far?
I did not. That's the what happened to the Kings of the South?
Hail Mary. Hail Mary.
Oh, they got hit with the Hail Mary.
They got hit with Douglasville North Shore a few years ago. They got hit with it.
That is one of the worst feelings in all of football, bro. You get hit with the Hail Mary. You ain't living right when you get hit with the Hail Mary.
And I'm a feel like the country to look at the man Braxton Roberts, man. Braxton Roberts is real deal. That's a quarterback, and you need him in your program. I'm just gonna be honest. That's the kind of quarterback you need in the program. But he's gonna develop to be that guy. You know what I'm saying?
He don't have no. I'm pretty sure he's gonna start picking up a lot of Ivy League offers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Special team.
I think he got a couple D2 offers right now, I believe. But
I don't necessarily think he's gonna be that Power 5 because he don't have the intangibles for that. You know what I'm saying? But he definitely has the skill set, the arm power, the leadership, the things that you want out your quarterback. You know what I mean? I just think, that's the thing that kind of sucks, which is why it makes me mad about HBCUs, is because those are guys you need to go get. You know what I mean? And start building your program from them guys. Like it, when you go get, if you're going to get kids that have size, like, oh, he's 6'4", he 300, but he don't have no Power 5 offers, like, that's telling you everything you need to know about that kid. You know what I mean? Like, everything you need to know. Yeah. So I think that's like one of the kids, man. You know, HBCUs, y'all got to do a better job for real.
Man, we ain't gonna do, that's a long conversation to talk about this.
Man.
Well, I gotta ask you some Houston questions, man. You know what I'm saying? I am gonna say, man, I intentionally skipped over Green Westfield versus Rockwall because out of respect for my home, I intentionally skipped over that. I did not want to talk about it because hopefully I can get Coach Gardner on here Wednesday pick game. But I know he ain't gonna come on here if people like Coach Carter talk about his defense like that.
Hey, calm down.
Lamar, we trying to make it to Wednesday. We trying to make it to Wednesday. You can't do that. You can't do that. We trying to make it to Wednesday, dog.
We trying to make it to Wednesday. We trying to make it a Wednesday. So I intentionally skipped over that, man. But I do gotta ask, cause Coach Colvin he's the Dub resident Houston intel. You know what I'm saying? Because he was down there for so long coaching. I do want to hear your thoughts on Westfield, and then hear your thoughts on your old school, the DC at Tassacita, and North Shore this year. But first, tell us what you think, because you played against Duncanville and you know about Westfield. So tell us what you think.
I mean, Westfield, you know, Westfield look like, you know, Duncanville. You know, that's why they do for the most part. They look like them. Duncanville, but you know, the biggest thing is, I think, that help them is they not gonna be scared of. You know what I'm saying? They're not scared of, and that's the number one thing you can't be when you play against teams. You know, like Duncanville, DeSoto. You know, the Blue Bloods, high school football, and so they not scared of them. But Westfield, they started off shaky early. The Steph said they might find themselves a QB, because if you look at them from the end of October until now, they throwing 60 on the scoreboard like it's easy.
Mm-hmm.
So they done found something. You know what I mean? They done found something. I know the DC coach Black out there, but on offense, they done found since late October. Because they pretty much been rolling through Houston. Early in the year, they took a loss to Hightower, who playing this week against Summer Creek in the regional final. Out there, Hightower got a nice kid. I think Jeremy Payne going to TCU. He doing for him out there. But yeah, Westfield, I mean, I don't think they're gonna beat Duncanville, but I think it's, you know, they're a good matchup for a 4th round game.
Okay. So how you see that game, man? Since you ain't coming on Wednesday, tell me how you see that game.
I mean, I see that game, you know, early on. I think it's gonna be early, and then I think as the game goes on, you know, sort of like I don't think it's gonna be like DeSoto Willis, you know, for that far. But I think as the game goes on, Duncanville pulls away at the end, because I don't think whoever they found at quarterback, he not like PJ Hatter from last year. Like, I coached against PJ Hatter when he was at Klein Oak the year before he went to Westfield. I mean, that kid there is fast. Like, you know, he got a different type of speed. And so when Westfield had him, that was a matchup problem. And that's why, you know, he made a lot of plays against Duncanville with his feet that kept plays alive in that last year game. But I don't think they got a guy like that. And so, you know, if they had a guy like that, you know, closer ball game. But I think it's going to be a good game for a regional final game.
So what's your thoughts of North Shore Tassacita?
Man, when they played earlier, Tassacita gave up over 400 on the ground. They couldn't stop quarterback counter to the tight end. They kept running into another set, put trips away. But I watched last week, and it's funny. You know, coaches watch film too. First formation Lamar came out in against Tassacita was nub trips.
Mm-hmm.
What formation?
Nub trips, you know, with tight end.
Okay.
And you know, but the Tassacita, they switched their alignment to it. You know, they kind of clouded the safety down there. They made the adjustment they need to make. So my thing is, if a Tassacita could stop the run, they're gonna have to score at least 40. You know, it should be a game. But they should be able to score against North Shore, because North Shore, they scored against them last time, and North Shore defensive line is not like it normally is. It's just not. It's just not. And if anybody tell you, I don't care if they're a fan of them or not, that it's the same, it's not close to the same in the trenches that they normally are. And so that's why I think they should be able to score, because North Shore line not like normal.
Coach Cole, let me ask you, speaking of that game, will I be able to get a stop? Because if I'm not mistaken, the first score was like 60-something to 30-something.
It was. That's why I was saying they ran for over 400, Lamar. I mean, it was 70-yard run, 60-yard run, 50-yard run. And I mean, that's the whole thing. Like, if you can't stop the run, Well, you know it's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a long day. And so my thing is, you gotta stop the run. You gotta put an extra overhang in for the quarterback run because the defense for sure going to playoffs. That's when they start running Bailey more. They don't run them early because they save them for the playoffs. But now you finna see Bailey get 15, 20 carries a game the rest of the playoffs.
And he get on you so fast.
I coached against him, probably 12 times. They gonna save him now, and now he finna run the ball. He about to run the ball, and they got them receivers. They can take the top off. But you're gonna have to take your chances with one-on-one with them receivers because against North Shore, you got to stop the run or Gas and he'll run the same plays until you stop. He ain't gonna out the show.
Okay. I like that. I'm gonna be watching that game, man. And as you know, Coach, we'll be talking about it.
Yeah, we'll be talking about it.
So, Coach Carl, man, what you think about the Duncanville Spring Westfield game? Because I'm gonna be honest, man, I was going back and forth earlier on I got Captain live, but I didn't want to get into it too much because I feel like Duncanville got to get past this game. Like we can't, like if you want to overlook North Crowley versus Allen, that's cool, right? But I really do feel like they're gonna beat them by 3 touchdowns. But we can't overlook Duncanville over Spring Westfield.
No.
That's a game.
I don't think you could necessarily overlook because you can't overlook any opponent. What I will say is that it's going to be a tight game to begin with, but Duncanville is playing on another level of football right now. I think ever since what happened to them with the last loss to DeSoto, I remember Nick Saban. We was in Baltimore, Maryland. We was in St. Francis head coach's office, Biff Poach. And they was sitting there talking. It was the year that Alabama lost to Auburn, I want to say. And it was the only game they lost that year. And he said, I was glad that team lost. They needed to be humble. Then they took off and ended up winning the national championship. I think for Duncanville, they needed that. You know what I mean? They needed that loss to that DeSoto team. And I think, with that loss, they can A, fix the problems that they have, and B, use it as a teaching tool to take them to the next level and humble them somewhat. And I think they're playing some of their best football, and I don't think it's going to be another game that's going to interest me until either they play North Crowley or North Shore.
Okay. What you think about that, Lamar?
I haven't really been following Westfield as much this year, but pretty much like Coach Carr said, as far as it goes for Camp Wisdom, it's like they done took it up a notch. It's playoff mode, playoff samples. They ready to go that deep, feel that defense. I watched the first 3 quarters of this last game. Who did they play? Whoever it was, I can't remember who it was. But their defense is still flying around, getting to the ball, and then they're so explosive on. Like at one point, it was I think 7-7 in the second quarter. Look up going into halftime. It was 21-7, 28-7 in the blink of. So, like I said, they playing on another level. They firing on all cylinders as of right now.
Yes, sir. What you got, Mark?
Last year this game was 28-21 when PJ Hatter was the quarterback. They like Coach Coleman said, they usually are good up front and in the trenches. They always one of the most physical teams in Houston. The only team that's been able to beat them consistently is North Shore. You know what I'm saying? They dominated the Spring District for probably 10 plus years that they usually end up in. So it's gonna be a close game. I saw a little bit of some highlights from the Woodlands game, and Caden Durham had a big game. I think he had 4 tubs last week. Keelan had a long touchdown run, and the defense was wrecking shop just as usual. So And then if I'm not mistaken, I think I saw when y'all had a couple of the Duncanville guys on early in the year that they said that Westfield game was the most physical game they played last year, even past North Shore. So I think historically Springfield Westfield has been this team that they're usually a fourth round team every year. You know what I'm saying? It's usually them, Cedar, and North Shore, Summer Creek. C. King bowed out last week, and of course Katy went to the crib. Cy-Fair beat them, but North Shore came back and beat Cy-Fair 45-9 this week. So I like Taj Atkins. He's a senior running back for Westfield that'll probably get some carries. That quarterback that Step mentions, his name is Miles Dent. He's a junior. You know what I'm saying? So those are big shoes to fill coming from for PJ Hatter. You know what I'm saying? So if they could get time to throw the ball, that's a different story. They're going to have to be able to run the ball. So, it's hard to beat Duncanville at their own game. That's what they do best is pin their ears back and come and get the quarterback. They stop the run to get to the pass, in the pass rush. So it's going to be a tough game, but it'll probably be close.
Okay. What you got, Coach G?
Well, in this particular game, I vividly, you brought up that point. I was going to bring it up. Good job on you. That Duncanville guys were saying last year that the game was one of the most physical games they've had. I really wasn't on Westfield, but Tep been talking about Westfield all year long. So I've been paying attention to them a little bit. They can spin it. I think I'm conflicted by this one because I see some Duncan, I see some DeSoto in there, and how will Duncanville handle that? I do. I've been watching them for a couple of weeks, man, and they got some DeSoto, and they can score. And I think if they get up by 2, maybe 3, Teddy, what is Duncanville gonna do? I'm not saying that Duncanville's gonna lose this game. I'm just saying that they've been putting up 60, 65, 70, and it ain't hard for them. So I would say Duncanville need to pay attention. I have the uttermost confidence in their coaching staff over there, but this is not going to be an easy game. No. Now I will say this. They were doing the same thing last year, and Duncanville held them to 21.
No doubt.
So I know that quarterback was he track kid too. So I know, but I'm just saying, as much as I like what they're doing conceptually, they run the whip route, mesh, 3-by-1. They're main, just on what I see. What Westfield does is they're trying their best to put your linebackers and your safety in conflict. That's their whole game. You think they're going one way, and as soon as you take that step, that ball out. So I'm kind of give me till Wednesday to make a call on this one, but it's going to be a lot tougher. That I think they got some DeSoto in them. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I'm gonna say this, man. I talked to Rockwall coaches that just played Westfield, and he did say that the running back is the same running back from last year. The guy that was breaking up.
It is Atkins.
And I think Corey Durham, if I ain't mistaken, I believe that CD Pop. If I ain't mistaken. And shout out to Corey, man. I ain't seen you this year, man. I ain't been to a bunch of games in the stands, but I ain't seen you this year, man. But shout out to you, Pop. I think this was the first game that hell, they had over 20 carries.
He ain't been playing. You ain't got to play the whole game.
Yeah. I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the first game that he had over 20 carries. And you see what the result was. He had 306 yards, right? So I think if they could get back into playoff mode, which is beat the beast, beat CD, and then you beat the one-on-ones with Corey. I don't think it should be a big problem. I think Duncanville defense got something to prove. I think that the Soto game kind of woke them up as far as you just can't show up and win no more. You know what I'm saying? So I can see a first quarter a struggle, maybe a first half struggle. You know what I'm saying? But we headed to a Duncanville North Crowley showdown, bro. To let y'all know. We headed to it. We headed to a Duncanville North Crowley showdown. And I'm gonna tell you right there, unfortunately for North Crowley, Duncanville gets to play the Westfield first. Like ain't nothing gonna prepare you for North Crowley like Westfield.
Yeah, you got a point. You sure do.
You see what I'm saying? Like
you got it. Well, now, yeah, that's great point. Great point.
Hey, nothing gonna prepare you for that game like Westfield. So
except I think Jemison way faster than that quarterback.
Oh yeah.
They ain't seen nothing like Jemison other than practice.
Yeah, he got another gift. For real.
Yeah, special.
Yeah, he is.
Jemison is special. Ain't no doubt about it. To me, that's put some respect on your name, Player of the Year. Like we got to start talking about Chris Jemison Jr. I'm just being honest. That kid deserves a lot more credit than what he's getting out here in the street. And I feel like it's a Doug's job to put it out there. I'm gonna be honest. But before we get out of here, man, that's
He froze up. You done froze up. Boy. Fly. He done put them planes flying over DFW. Got him.
Hey, Mark, while he froze up before we get out of here, I'm interested in potentially next week. I seen Steele this weekend in San Antonio. Very impressed. So, see, I'm going to have you say.
Cibolo Steele, yeah.
Yeah. You think we see Steele in Summer Creek next week, man, to see who will go to state?
Absolutely. I've been saying it all year that I thought Cibolo Steele was coming out of that area. Chad Warner is a 2025 that I don't think he get enough love. I miss Chad. Yeah, that's the QB. And he got speed at all the positions. You know what I'm saying? And they got a physical offensive line. They got a good safety. I think he committed to Vanderbilt, and the running back is good. So they got the pieces. They've been building this for a little while because Chad is a 2025, so this is his second year starting. He been with those two receivers since he was a freshman, and so they got a chemistry together already. But I think they're coming out of San Antonio. I've been saying that all year. I think that they poised to come out of San Antonio. Now, whether they make it to state, I think they'll win that region. But whether they make it to state, that's a different animal. Summer Creek is really good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking like Summer Creek for a chance. The one thing that bothers me about Steele, I watched their Harlan game, is they don't seem to play the deep. Well, maybe it was just that bad game. Now, they can score with anybody, but Harlan was moving the ball and scoring as well. Just a couple plays here or there that went against Harlan that ended up changing the momentum of that game.
Right. Yeah, I think Steele is a really good team. I've been watching them from afar for the last 2 years, but Chad's been doing this since he was in Little League. You know what I'm saying? Like he been preparing himself for this. You know what I'm saying? And he can spin it. He can throw on the run well. He can throw, roll it to his left, even though he's right-handed. And he don't make many mistakes. You know what I'm saying? A lot. He just got to get work on his frame. You know what I'm saying? at the going into the next level. Get some bulk up on him. Good, he can spin it. He one of the best in his class that a lot of people don't talk about.
He got another year though, right?
Yeah, he got another year.
Okay. So hey, now I was saying before I froze up, I just want everybody to get y'all last thoughts before we get out of here. Go ahead, Lamar.
Oh man, it's just, that time of year, man, win or go home. A game I'm really looking forward to this weekend is Sock and Lovejoy. I believe Lovejoy in the trenches will be the best team that Sock has seen in the playoffs, and that secondary for Sock will be tested. And if Lovejoy can sustain, the two keys of that game is going to be if Lovejoy can hang in the trenches and if Sock can contain Lovejoy's passing game, man. But I plan on being at Chalk Talk all day Saturday. See that Byron Nelson and South Lake after that.
Is there a triple header? Who played the first game?
So far, just a double.
Okay.
The only reason it's a double is because the Big 12 championship game over that early.
Yeah. Okay. Coach G, give me your final thoughts, man.
My final thoughts. I appreciate you guys. Hey, man, a lot of love. Man, I appreciate you guys. I get access to things that I never would have thought when I go to these games. But I'm gonna talk to you clowns. Number one, you dumbasses that want to bring whistles into games. If you ain't in the band, if you ain't in the drill team, and you ain't with the step team, gonna bring no damn whistle to the game. Number two, you fools that want to go out there on the field acting as media, chirping at kids. Stop it. Stop it now. I literally watched a guy chirp at a Argyle kid the whole game. And it wasn't to the end of the game that they removed this dude. Stop it. Stop it now. It's just dumb. I don't even, I mean, I get it, man. You got to let media do their thing. You got to let the local radio people do their things. But man, when you got a kid over there that's trying to lock in and you got a parent or a booster just talking to a kid, man, I can't stand that. It grinded my gears. But I will say this, hell of a game coming up this week that we didn't touch on. Colleyville Heritage and Frisco Emerson. That Heritage is for real. And as me and Mr. Diggs, my good friend, that was no upset. I never thought that Heritage was going to lose that game. Now, at the end of the game, everyone will talk about how young Argyle was. But that quarterback is for real. That running back is for real.
Yeah.
Yes, it's for real. Now, I will say this. For Argyle, they are young. Number 6, that running back, fire. That linebacker safety, number 9, bad intentions. That tight end, number 87, whoo, he a matchup problem every single time. But it can't be. How can it be an upset when basically Colleyville Heritage only lost to Texas High by 4? That's the only game they lost all year. I don't care if they came out of weak district. I don't care if Argyle is young. Argyle got pedigree. So that's it, brothers.
Hey, I would say amen. Amen, hallelujah. Coach G. Coach Carl,
Yes,
bring us out of here, man, before I play some videos so we can get out of here, man. Coach Carl, I know you done had a whirlwind weekend, man. Just give me your final thoughts and what we need to look forward to. You are rested, Coach Carl wins.
Yeah, I'm sleepy.
Want to be crying.
I know I've been rising over here. I swear I caught myself starting to snore. So please forgive me. You know what I mean? It's very unprofessional, and yes. But however, I don't want to follow Coach G because he gave the word about leaving kids alone. Because Mark Henry, apparently you on the sideline chirping the kids and shit. So
I will say this.
Nah, it wasn't him. It wasn't him.
I let you finish, but I heard there was some DeSoto boosters on the sideline giving the Gator chump to Lagway that wasn't part of the staff. They wasn't, just what I'm saying.
Hey, I'm about that. Lagway ran down our sideline doing it when it was 17-17. So from that point forward, every time we scored, our players gave it back to him, and the whole stands was up there chopping.
Hold on. I do got one thing, J Mac. I'm sorry.
I'm glad you cleared that up, boy.
Cedar Hill and my man over there, Civil Rights War. No, Miami War. Miami Nick. Man, congratulations. Big game, big win. And I smell some upset coming up in the next round. That's all I'm gonna say, and I'll talk to you about the win.
Let's talk about the wins, man. Hey, fellas, another great show. You know what I'm saying? I'm calling this week Get Your Lick Back week. This is the Get Your Lick Back week. There's a lot of rematches this week. A lot of people want to get their lick back. Some will, some won't. We didn't even get a chance to talk about the South Lake. Matter of fact, I didn't even ask you, boy. Your closing comment, talk about the South Lake Byron Nelson before you get out of here.
Well, I think that South Lake probably was very, very disturbed when that Byron Nelson put it on him like that. Byron Nelson gave up a lot to Capel this past week. So I think that maybe on film they see some things that maybe they can exploit. This is the second time that they're matching up. So, these teams been matching up for the last few years. You know what I'm saying? And, kudos for Byron Nelson for winning in the last few minutes. I think it's going to be a very physical, emotional game. And whoever makes the best plays is going to win. I don't think Byron Nelson run rules them or houses them by 21 or more. I think it's going to be a close game. Probably come down to some field goal kicking. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be close. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be at Choctaw. It's gonna be the second game after SOC. You know what I'm saying? But I will be at that game. I plan to be at the SOC game. I'm gonna slide to North Crowley first, and then I'll probably leave there in about the second quarter and go over there for the SOC game at 3:30. So a triple header for me Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Because shout out to Coach Gason and North Crowley, man, they played a hell of a game Saturday. And Javion Osborne is the real deal. I saw him up close and personal this past week against Richland, and he was impressive. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the best running backs that you'll see in the class of 2026. So that's my final thoughts.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm with you, man. And hey, man, I just want to know, man, at the end, come Sunday night, who is going to be getting their swaggy on?
There it is. There it is. 2 seconds. Oh, that's it. They beat them. They beat these niggas. Yeah.
Making that meme. Y'all gonna be seeing that meme for a whole lot of times on
Facebook. That's gonna be in the group for a while.
Yeah, that's what it means. Anytime I see you win, that's all y'all gonna see. I'm telling you right now, that's all y'all gonna see. Play it and went viral. I need everybody to play that. You know what I'm saying? I need everybody to say that, man. Hey, real quick, Mark, I want you to see this video, man, because I'm putting this on the way out. But I thought this was very emotional, man. Shout out to Coach Paul one more time.
He always trying to be mad.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So I went back and watched that game last night after we left the Star, and they made the plays to win the game. You know what I'm saying? That offensive line was getting pushed in the second half, and Longview didn't score in the second half. They only scored 24 the first half. So, and I watched it all the way to the end, and Coach Paul came to midfield, and he got on his knees, and he thanked God. You know, he was praying. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was a special moment for him and those kids. You know what I'm saying? And they got a tough one this week, but I think there's some holes that they can exploit in the Forney secondary with their passing game. They went 5 wide a lot against Longview and spread them out a little bit. So I think that they can take an advantage in their passing game. And they got a chance. You know, don't be surprised if they come out victorious. It seems like they're a team of destiny. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I really like the way Keywan Lacey is running the football. You know what I'm saying? I think he's one of the best running backs in the country that maybe a lot of people around the country not talking about. Here in Texas, we know about it. You know what I'm saying? I think he's starting to elevate his game each week. If you look at how hard he's running, the patience he has in the hole, and then when he goes to the second level, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? He had what, an 87-yarder or something against Longview that first carry? He's special, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lancaster, man. They're the real deal.
Yeah, and Coach Paul, you know, he got the Lord on his side.
Absolutely.
Anyway, man, I appreciate you, man. We're gonna be talking to you. Might see you Wednesday, might see you Sunday, but you know you always welcome here, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. Anytime, big dog. You already know what it is with us.
Yes, sir. Appreciate
you. We want Jay Memphis to dub. Hey, man, we were victorious, Coach K. Lord, the crowd. Hey, man, you got your Nick back, man. How it feel?
Feels good. Feels good, you know, but most importantly, job's not done. You know, I don't want our kids to get so high up because this was never the bar. The bar is a state game. So we got to stay, you know, even keel. We need to enjoy this for 24 hours like I told the kids. We'll flush it tomorrow. We'll go back in the lab, and we'll get ready for next week.
Well, you know, a lot of people kind of thought, a lot of my media friends thought this was a measuring stick to see if you for real. Now, you know me, I've always said, if you don't challenge, you know this team is already for real. But what do you say about the people that thought this was a measuring stick?
Just keep on doing what you've been doing. You know what I mean? Keep on telling us we're not good. Keep on telling us we ain't played anybody. I appreciate that. Our kids see that. Our coaches see that. We need a little bit more fuel. We don't need no bandwagon friends, no new friends. We're going to keep on doing what we do. And at the end of the day, with this group, our focus is always this. It's always about us. Headless opponent. Doesn't matter who we play. We just need to be a better version of ourselves next week than we were this week. And if we can do that week by week, we're going to be where we need to be.
Hey, one more time, man. Salute to Goon City, baby. 817.
Always.
Congratulations, man. Good on you, man.
Watch this.
Next, football talk is a big hit. Sunday nights to Wednesday nights, we striking a match cause we lit. Y'all know the name, we call it the dub. On Friday nights, it feel like a club. Getting that VIP treatment on the sideline, they showing us love. Great interviews, go Hoods, putting in work, go good. Texas youth and high school talking to page on Facebook, hold up. Coach Carter stood on the scene, giving advice, he knew what he mean. Jay Mack and Swaggy Big, rocking the gear, it's so clean.
Big guys and go easy, off the easy but cheesy. With my steppers, our special kids, making plays we so easy. Trying to win, we so greedy. All our fans are so needy, cause they need to hear them talk about that club. We do it for the dub. We do
it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That DF dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That DF dub.
Welcome to the Dub, the #1 high school podcast starring Pat Botese, Jeremy McInnes, Whitfield Roderick, Coach Carr, and Ron Riser.
Well, all right. What's happening? What's going on? Welcome to the #1 talk show. Speak out.